Yes, a very beautiful morning to all our viewers. I believe you had a great night. I believe God has kept you well. And yes, I cannot just skip this. I love you all. Those who continuously subscribe and follow us live. You're really a privilege to us and a blessing to us. And as well, this is your live today with your favorite host, Alice Nats, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. That is Monday to Friday, streaming live here at HBMS TV. So do not forget that this show is as well proudly sponsored by the world's first living alkaline coffee that comes in 4 flavors. That is cappuccino, latte, original, and sugar-free. And as well, it's proudly sponsored by Togo schools. So straight away, I want us to go through today's learning, and we're going to be looking at connecting with people. As far as business is concerned, as far as life is concerned, we live with people, we work with people, we associate with people, but how are you going to be able to connect with them and build that strong connection? And first and foremost, you're going to look at find a common ground. When you're really connecting with people, when you really need to let people understand you and understand them, find a common ground. In finding a common ground, always listen to people. Find something that can help you bond, like find something in common that can really get you guys together. And as well, be on the lookout for things that the person says during the conversation. Because how are you going to be able to find this common ground is simply by listening deeply onto what this person is saying to you, or what you guys are conversing about, that is going to help you find something you are in line with, that lead to same common ground, such as favorite sports team, and as well hobbies, workplaces, family issues, that will really help you out to get to understand the common grounds that you share. Then another one, siblings and all that. Don't interrogate the person. Let it come naturally during the course of a conversation. Because if you interrogate someone might become suspective. But let it come naturally. Just let the conversation flow naturally. Actually, if the conversation is flowing naturally, trust me, everything is going to be fine and everything is going to be more fun. Then another one is, remember, always give people an opportunity to speak out their minds. Do not only be their own spokesman here. Let others also speak out. Let others also bring out their idea. Let them see how they perceive this thing that you're really sharing about. Because in the long run, you might find out that even their ideas, they are more beneficial to you than what you have for them. Then point number 2 is give people sincere compliments. People want to be complimented. I'll just give an example of ladies. Whenever I tell a lady, you look beautiful, you're really nice, your other the way she feels high. So this is the same way. This is the same thing that applies to people. They really need to be complimented. Find something about them that is really or truly admirable. Make them feel good about themselves without overdoing it too much. Do not over exaggerate, but just keep it simple. Avoid complimenting physical attributes or overly personal subjects. Meanwhile, some people feel irritated if you're really talking about or complimenting about their physical appearances or a character that they really do. Some people really feel they really feel outblown. So make it a habit not to overstick on them. Then here are some sample compliments you can give. Then it's like, you're so good at talking to new people. How do you do it? Those earnings are so unique. Where did you get them from? Like, just complimenting them. This will help them grow into better people, and as well better their lives. Then I am so impressed that you can judge I'm so impressed that you can juggle being a parent and working full time. It's not an easy thing, like being a parent and as well having this full time job. It's not an easy thing to go about. But if you really compliment someone, they'll feel like, oh, really, I'm so much appreciated in what I'm doing. Really, I'm not a superwoman out there. I'm a strong person out there. So then remember, sincere compliments reduce the level of resistance or rejection. Remember, what you have in your mind is to let this person buy into the idea that you're selling to them. So once you compliment them, it's going to be simpler for them not to reject you, but rather fall in line with what you have for them. Then number 3 is follow up about something the person mentioned before. I mean, like, if someone is so much interested into business, but by the start of your conversation, you were like, someone mentioned about dealing in real estate, having a certain product they also offer. I mean, follow up in the long run. Once you guys are still jazzing, go back to this point of view that someone once mentioned and be like, I heard you talk about such and such a thing. How do you think it's going to be worked out, or how do you manage it, or do you really, how do you find your customers? I mean, this is going to let them understand or feel them loved and also feel them cared for. Then this is a great trick for showing people that you really care about them. It's really a very, very great trick. And a big job interview coming up, or about a new guy, she was really excited about their family, health, and etc. Don't let contacts pile up. Meanwhile, when you're trying to find these new contacts, do not let them pile up in your phone. Follow up turns strangers into friends. Once you do a very good follow-up, I mean, when you get this new contact, and then you immediately talk to this person, it will help them, or it will let them feel loved. And as well, this stranger will definitely turn into a person, or it will turn into a family, or it will turn into a friend. But the more you compile these contacts, this time around, they'll even come onto your inbox or make a phone call to you, and you'll be like, who gave you my number? Have we ever met? I mean, you let them explain more about themselves instead of you. Actually, even if it's you who's now making a phone call to them, it will let you explain more about yourself rather than having done it easier. Then remember, people will only join you when they know how much you care about them. People feel love. People want to feel loved. People need to feel cared for. So if you want people to really join you faster, that means that you really have to make them feel loved, and as well make them friends and part of you. Then point number 4 is open up. You really need to open up. Do not be a rigid person. Let people know that you really understand their situations. I mean, many people make a mistake here, like, we really need to feel understood, but we do not want to give it back. But when you open up to someone, you don't want people to think that you're too closed off or too private from their lives. Open up to those simple aspects of life that they really need to know. If it's work issues, if it's health issues, I mean, if it's relationships, or if it's hobbies, share it out, because someone will feel like, oh, this person is open with me, and I think I can as well share with them. And remember, you're here to solve people's problems. Once someone sees that you're able to solve their problem, they're going to be able to trust in you. And once they trust in you, that means they are deeply connecting with you. Then you don't want people to think that you're too closed, off, or too private. Reveal some personal information so they feel that you're more human and that they can really comment with you. Then here are some things you can talk about: your childhood, your relationships with your family members, your past romantic relationships, your hopes for the future. I mean you share these dreams, you share this vision that you have. I mean, a past disappointment. Sometimes when you share our disappointments or our failures that we once had in life, we never knew might be touching out someone's life that have been passing through the very situation that you were once in. So once you share this past, it's going to help them have belief and have hope for the future, and be like, wow, I can also overcome this. And then thank people. Now this point, I know people will really need to feel appreciated, but they do not want to give it back to others. But when you thank people, it's just a mere thing that we sometimes even overlook, but causes a great impact or a great change in our lives. So this makes them feel appreciated, that they are doing value to your life. I mean, I even make it a habit. If someone calls me and it's now the time to hang up the phone, I'm like, oh, thanks for the call. Why? I really appreciate the time they spared off and the airtime they spared off to check on me. So it's something that really can build a very good relationship with others. Then make people feel appreciated, and be honest and open about how much they mean to you. I told you the real aspect of life is love. The key point is love. If you know you're not ready to give out love to people, then just know you're not into business. It's going to fail you, because in the long run, what is going to keep us growing and going is love. Then making an effort to truly show gratitude can really help you connect with people. Show gratitude, yeah? Don't just say thanks or send a thank you text. Take the time to look the person in the eyes to elaborate on why what this person did really meant so much to you. I mean, if it's a one-on-one, you've met with someone, maybe at office, or you've gone to a certain hotel or somewhere for a hangout. I mean, make this close contact and let them know, like, oh, your time you spared off was worth it. Please, thank you. I really appreciate. I really value what you did for me. I mean, people are really busy, but they spare a lot of time to come and meet you up. So you really need to know and understand how to say thanks to others. Then remember, thanking people will make both of you feel happier. Everybody wins. Then be a good be a good conservationist. Smile and make eye contact. I mean, when you're communicating to people, you just need to keep your smile on. I mean, I don't know, meanwhile, maybe to some of us, it's our habit that we really smile while we're speaking out, but you can also as well copy and let it be a part of you. You always smile, because whenever you smile, I know sometimes if you're really serious, people might fear you and be like, oh, this is a tough lady, this is a very tough gentleman, I cannot approach them, how come am I going to start them? But if you put a smile, it's going to make life easier, and it's going to make the conversation flow easier. And then use a person's name. I mean, if you're talking to Madame Alice, make it a habit, like every point you mention, like, now you see Madame Alice. Now you see, I mean, let them feel known and valued. And then, as I'm concluding, have good body language. You're talking with someone, you're busy trying to scratch in your hair, you're touching in your ears, you're touching in your nose. I mean, someone is going to feel irritated. Be firm and make this close eye contact, and I mean, wear a smile on yourself. I mean, even actually when you smile, it's going to help you give out the best body language. And as well, don't underestimate the value of small talk. I mean, sometimes we make these small talks and we underestimate them, but it's from these small talks that we really lead to bigger conversations and bigger relationships. Make the person feel special as soon as you can. Make this person feel special as soon as you can. And ask questions. Do not keep it to yourself. If you've not understood, ask questions. Or if you've presented your products very well, you've presented your business very well, and it's now time for you people are getting done with a conversation or with a chat, try to ask questions. What inspired you most? I mean, why would you join us? I mean, what's your aim in life? I mean, it's from these questions that is going to help you build a bigger business relationship with this person you're relating with. Then keep things positive. It's very easy. Just need to keep things positive. Show that you have been listening. I mean, someone might ask you something because for you had your business mind in your business idea, like, okay, I met with this one, I really have to show them business, I really have to show them my products, and you are not listening to them, you're not paying close attention to them. But remember, for you want to be listened to, you really want to be you really need to be appreciated and as well valued. Then at the end of the conversation, boom, a question hits in. You're going to be like, I mean, what did you say? I mean, what did you try to mean? It's going to let these people, actually, it's going to draw them off from the word go. So as I'm concluding, do not forget that this is your life today with your favorite host, Alice Nuts, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And as well as it's proudly sponsored by the Living World of Alkaline Coffee. To the gentlemen, trust me, want to be a monster? Hey, try out your cappuccino. And the ladies, it's a secret you really need to know. And as well, do not forget that this show is proudly sponsored by the Togo schools. We have a variety for you, that's right away from kindergarten, primary level, secondary, and as well vocation institute. And as I'm concluding, allow me end with this quote of life: success is a journey, it's not a destination. It's a journey and not a destination. So when you think of becoming a successful person out there, just get to understand that this is a journey that you have to walk through in order for you to reach where you want to be. But it's not a destination that everyone is destined to be successful. If you do not work, if you do not make things happen, and you just sit on yourself, things will not work out for you. Love you all. Stay blessed. Catch you tomorrow, same time. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. And as well, to those who will watch later, still, I love you all and stay blessed. I wish you the best of the day.